I want to give you an example of what it means to do some really hardcore lead follow-up. Rashad here, a TTP family member here, followed up with this lead for 6 months. 6 months. He brought this distressed property owner barbecue chicken. Read the bottom of that. Barbecue chicken 5 times to get that deal locked up. And guess what he netted on this? Guess it's right there. Guess what his profit on this deal was? $103,000. Are you kidding me? $103,000 because he stayed in the saddle. He was doing his lead follow-up. He was just going by and calling and texting. And when the guy wouldn't answer, he would go to the door. He would see how he was doing. He would bring him food. That's what I'm talking about. It's about going above and beyond. You want to set yourself apart from the other people in your market? Follow up with your leads. It's that simple. You would be shocked with how many people are just caught in the momentum of they got a deal and now they're babysitting that deal and they're not doing their lead follow-up like they should, and then all of a sudden their business is like this all the time. It's a roller coaster because there's no consistency with the lead follow-up. It's absolutely critical. So let me give you the way that I want you. Let me give you the schedule on how I want you to do lead follow-up, because this is exactly what Rashad was using. This is what we use in our business, and this is what's going to get you successful. Because a lot of people have questions. What do I do? How often do I call them? Or how do I know if I'm bugging them or if I'm not bugging them? First, let me just put the foundation that you will not lose deals from excess follow-up. You will lose deals from not following up enough. All right, so let's put the schedule on there. 3 by 3. It's very simple. Call them, leave a voicemail, text them. Call them, leave a voicemail, text them. Let's go to the next slide, Jesse, because this is the order that I want you to do it in. This is when you follow up. Remember, your hottest leads are the top priority. All right, and what do I mean by hottest leads? One thing, two things. One, they seem like they will do business with you. Okay, they're feeling you. They like your energy. They like what you're saying. They're there. They're not like, really pushing you off, and they're not really being nasty to you. They're being cool with you, right? They're really feeling, you're feeling like you're building a real relationship with them. But then the second part is their timeline. Their timeline. When do they want to sell? A hot lead wants to make a decision about their property in the next 7 days. Did you hear me? In the next week, they're going to sign a contract with somebody. It better be you, all right? So the hot leads, you want to 3 by 3 them every single day until you get that appointment, or they tell you, I no longer want to sell. We decided that we're not going to do it. We're going to hold on to it. We're going to fix it up. I'm going to sell it to my cousin. Whatever it is, you call them, you leave a voicemail, and you text them 3 by 3 every single day and get them into your world. On your warm leads here, these are ones that are kind of 30 days to 90 days out. They're the same as hot leads, right? You pre-qualified them. You know the condition. You know their motivation. You've got an idea on their price, but they need a little bit more time. They need to wait till their tenant's out. They need to wait for the probate to go through. They need to wait to move their stuff out of the property. Whatever their timeline, whatever is extending their timeline, that is a warm lead. And you do 3 by 3 once every 2 weeks when they have a longer time. If you're calling these people every single day and they want to sell in 30 days and you're sure that there's a hard deadline. You've asked the question, what is magical about selling in 30 days? What makes sense? Why push it to 30 days? Why not get your money sooner? You're asking these questions to them. But they have a hard deadline, that 30 to 90 days, boom, 3 by 3 every 2 weeks. If they're in that 30-day window, if they're in that 60-day window, if they're 90 days out, I want you to do it every month, 3 by 3 every month. Just checking in, how are you? I'm still here, still ready to give you a solid offer on your property, and you're calling, you're leaving voicemail, and you're texting. And honestly, 80% of lead follow-up is going to be leaving voicemails and texting, right? 20% of them will actually pick up the phone. You're going to have a conversation. The other times they're busy, they're doing stuff, they're not ready, they're going to call you back, whatever it is. But once every 3 by 3, once every month, if it's 90 days out. Now, little pro tip. Pro tip, pro tip, pro tip. Right now, when you are following up with them, when you're talking to them for the first time, say, listen, Sally or John or whatever it is, whatever the seller's name is, save my number in your phone as Brent Homebuyer. So when I call, you know it's me. All right. If they save your number in there, ooh, you're already taking that. Your foot's in the door, baby. Your foot is there. All right. So 3x3, absolutely critical. And then the last one, if you put that back up, Jesse. There it is. The cold leads. Any cold leads that you know these properties need to sell, or they kind of need to sell. They're not like totally dead. They're not retail or whatever, but they're cold leads, 3x3 once every year. And Jesse jumped into this because this is a big concern for a lot of people, is that's very scary, very creepy. Ghosting. Oh, the scary ghosting. Oh my gosh, you've got this amazing lead and it's phenomenal and they're willing to talk to you and you've pre-qualified them and you've got your sheet all filled out and it's fantastic and you're so excited. You can smell the $10, $15, $25, $30,000 that you're going to get from this deal. But now they won't answer. Now they send you right to voicemail. Now they haven't responded to your texts. What do you do? What do you do? Well, what you do is you go to their door. You go to their door. You go to their door and you see what's going on. You say, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I really, have interest in buying this property. I don't want to bug you. I just want to know if you're still interested in selling the property. Go to the door. If you're virtual, send somebody to the door. Your real estate agent, your boots on the ground, whatever it is. Try calling them from a different number. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't like when it does work. I like when it doesn't. I like when somebody else calls the lead that I have and they go straight to voicemail as well. And then I'm like, oh, whew, it's not just me. But if they answer and they're like, yeah, I want to sell and blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh man, how did I screw this thing up? And then you got to go back and rewind the tape and be like, what is going on? What happened? What can I do better? And you learn from that, but it is frustrating for sure. So with ghosting, go to the door. Go to the door, knock on the door, go talk to them. If it's a rental property, go to their mailing address and just see if you can get a hold of them. See if you can talk to them. See if you can have an opportunity. Most of the time, if you go there and you're respectful, you knock on the door, you kind of stand back a little bit, you're looking at the neighborhood, and you're like, hey, it's me, Brent. Yeah, we've been talking about your property. Haven't been able to get a hold of you. I was just checking to see if everything was okay. Wanted to see if you still had interest in selling that property. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about it, let you know I'm a real person, that I'm a real buyer here in the market, and just kind of go from there, right? So when they start ghosting you, don't just be like, oh, that's dead. Oh, that's dead. That's dead. Go the next step. Everybody else is going to stop. Now, if they've already sold it, they've already sold it. But at least you know, and you're not keeping them in your lead follow-up, because here is the truth. Leads are great, but leads don't get you paid, okay? And a lot of bad leads hide your best leads. And that's a problem. A lot of people get a lot of leads in and they're like, yay, I got a lot of leads, but they don't convert them. They feel good and they don't, and this is the dirty little secret about lead follow-up. The reason you're not doing your lead follow-up is you are delaying the disappointment of them saying they don't want to sell to you or that they sold to somebody else. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to sell to somebody else if you're not doing the lead follow-up. That's the thing. You don't want to be crestfallen. You don't want to be heartbroken. You don't want to be crushed if they don't sell the deal to you. So you don't want to do the lead follow-up because you don't want to go through that. You want to kind of keep it hope, or you want to be like, you know what? I'm going to throw that lead away anyway. It wasn't even a good lead anyway. Probably wasn't going to make that much on that lead anyway. I'm going to just not call them back. No, call them back. Let them dump you. Let them dump you. Let them tell you that they don't want to sell. Let them tell you that they sold to somebody else. Then you can move on. You can find other leads. That's what I want you to do. But lead follow-up is absolutely, absolutely, absolutely critical. Follow the 3x3 rule. Follow that schedule based on their timeline, and you will close more deals. There we go. Boom. So let's, here we go. Guys, every single day we put out little clips and long, anywhere from 2 minutes to 20 minutes to 2 hours every day on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe it, because I'm telling you, when that pops up on your phone and it gives you that juice, that feeling, that energy, it transitions you from whatever you're thinking in your brain, and you dip into that for 2 minutes to 2 hours or whatever it is, it's going to get you in action. Like and subscribe right now. It is incredibly powerful. This is the absolute best channel on YouTube if you want to succeed in real estate investing. If you like this video, smash that subscribe button, because we put out new videos every single day. And if you have a question that you want me to answer personally, join us live every Wednesday.